Ffe gyonna ku mitimbagano abali ku YouTube yaffe, abali ku live stream yaffe, abali ku TikTok ya Baba Television, abali ku Facebook n'abatugoberera obutereevu ku channel zaffe kwe tuli Azam, Go TV, Zuku, The Free to Air ne wala yonna gy'osira okutugoberera weebale kubanga weerekereza ebirala byonna tubeera ku Baba Television. Buli Lwakuna essaawa 3 paka 5 tubeera ne Joseph Tamale Mirundi mutani wa Yohana Mirundi nga ataputa engeri gy'alabamu stories ez'enjawulo biki ebiri mu ggwanga n'entaputa yegyayina ey'enjawulo. Badde baga nti musajja taliiwo Mirundi waali mulamu bulungi ayinza okubamu obugonvugonvu ng'omuntu omulala yenna, but is alive and kicking. Mirundi is alive and kicking era waali atambula mu dakiika ntono ddala tujja kuba tutandise nate okwetegereza biki ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga lyaffe nga tuli naye. Naye mbalamusiza nnyo mwenna gye musinze okutulaba balogobera programu zaffe zonna okuva ku makya paka we tusuuse kati bannaffe bakedde babatutte mu babayisiza mu programu ez'olwaleero. Kevin, I think, and Abe had you through the day in the press updates and I think the big talk. Coming up next, there is a press conference of the FDC Defiant Faction expected at Fairway Hotel in Kampala, where the leaders of the Defiant or the Breakaway faction will be addressing the press on the way forward after a committee of elders exonerated Nathan Nanda Mafabi, the Secretary General of that party, and the party president, Patrick Oboy Amriat, of any wrongdoing or even of receiving any evil, call it dirty money from state agents. The report shows that there is no evidence to that effect, although those in FDC, loyal to Dr. Kizza Besigye, insist that indeed bad money came to the party and the money was used, whose source has never been explained, and that the persons responsible for that money are the Right Honorable Nathan Nanda Mafabi, Patrick Oboy Amriat, and Geoffrey Ekanya, the party's Treasurer General. I can also confirm that I believe strongly so that bad money came. But man, there's no you can meet the recipient of the money and the giver of the money to have pictures, videos, and cameras to confirm that money came. But what I can confirm as an investigative journalist and a man who has stayed in the party for some time, the money came. What it did and the accountability for it is something that history will explain. Kali, the Electoral Commission of our country yesterday produced the very first draft roadmap of the next electoral cycle that begins in earnest October 2025. The chairman of the Electoral Commission, Justice Simon Byabakama Mugenyi, told the media yesterday that the Electoral Commission was set and required 1.4 trillion Uganda shillings to conduct elections for the president, parliament, local government, and sports special interest groups in the next cycle of choosing Uganda's leaders. It is now clear that the election fever starts now, and the Electoral Commission asked all stakeholders to start preparations to conduct themselves within, to use the roadmap to adjust their programs accordingly. Not to start campaigning, I don't know what type of English that is. He said not to start campaigning, but again, somebody says use the roadmap to plan, use the roadmap to adjust your internal programming accordingly, meaning that political parties should be able to start planning for their activities, to know who goes for the next elections. The big story ne Joseph Tamale Mirundi yongera bwetyo nga tulaba kiki eggwanga lyaffe kirigenda okukola ebintu bingi ebibaddewo katugende nga tubyogerako mpola. Njagala kukulisa bannaffe abaali Eiganga ku Sande eno gye tubaddemu. Yali Sande nnungi mu district eri Eiganga nga tu celebrating emyaka egy'omubuulizi w'enjiri asinga obukulu mu Uganda yonna, Nabbi Joshua Mikros Mafaabi, emyaka 17. Tewali nabbi mulala yenna mu Uganda aweza myaka egyo, ate tewali nabbi yenna mu Uganda abuulidde enjiri kumala myaka egyo. So as a celebration in Iganga Town Council, we thank you all for participating and supporting. We thank the Confederation of the Pentecostal Churches of the Apostles, led by Apostle Dr. Joseph Serwada, for the organization and the celebration of such a wonderful day of honoring one of our great leaders. I am told that the CEO, the 4th edition of the CEO Forum, the Presidential CEO Forum, is taking place in the eastern part of Uganda, in Jinja, where investors and CEOs are meeting to look at what should be done to improve the investment climate in our country, and how to work with the government to improve trade relations and working relations between the private sector and government agencies in promoting trade and business here. I hope we'll be reporting from Jinja today and tomorrow about what's transpiring there. This morning, Anthony Palapande was showing us a visit of the Minister of Trade, Honorable Francis Mwebesa, to the Madivanis. Thank you for visiting the Madivanis. The Madivanis hold an indelible mark in the lives and development of the people of Busoga, but also in the lives of the people of Uganda in general. Because the Madivans are one of the biggest taxpayers of our country. They are the biggest investors in the region called Busoga. They have the oldest private investments in the eastern part of Uganda, in Jinja. Kachira, for sure, is a city in itself just because of the Madivanis. We pay tribute to them. We thank them for the job well done, and we'll continue supporting them in many of the things they do, because in Busoga, if you talk about the Madivanis, everybody is attached, either through taking their sugar or their sweets, or you are a farmer, or the school fees that you used to go to school came from there, or in whatever way you need. There is always, in every life of every Musoga, there is a Madivan inside their blood, whether you know it or you do not know it. Let's have a short break. When we return, Joseph Tamale Mirundi will be here to dissect the major issues of our week.